Welcome to the Maverick Rose Music Hour. So this is the editor speaking. There were some technical difficulties at the start of the show this week for about the first 11 minutes. So if you want to skip through that and get to the actual main part of the show, the 11-minute mark is where you want to be. Otherwise, enjoy the beginning of this scuffed recording.
Rose Music Hour, there we go. Cool. Waiting for YouTube to catch up here. How's it going?
We're like running like discombobulated today, aren't we? Or is that just me?
Oh, that's better.
Might just be me.
Oh, we're good. All right, let's see here. So, I've got Lyric of the Week. So I'm going to go ahead and do one here. So, I was going to do one of Jim's songs, but we did that. You stole it from me because I had one.
I'm sorry.
I was going to do a lyric from Dead Heat, but, so anyway. It is the 1 year anniversary of Andy Rourke of the Smiths passing away, so I'm going to do a Smiths song tonight. So, let's see, this one goes, I could have been wild and I could have been free, but nature played this trick on me. She wants it now and she will not wait, but she's too rough and I'm too delicate. Then on the sand, another man, he takes her hand, a smile lights up her face, her stupid face, and well it would. I've lost my faith in womanhood. I've lost my faith in womanhood. It's Pretty Girls Make Graves by the Smiths there.
Womanhood.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Al?
So, there you go. That's my contribution to looking at lyrics there.
I'm sorry I took away.
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, wow.
Womanhood?
That's not. We'll get a chance to listen to it later. So I want to remind everybody that the Maverick Rose Music Hour is now a part of Retro Rewind on WCOM LP. That's 103.5 FM on the dial, WCOMFM.org. If you want to check it out on the web. Yeah, we can listen this week.
But I've never listened to my show. I don't like to hear myself.
And you haven't watched this ever, have
No.
That's right.
you? You have a lot of fans.
You do have a lot of
I
fans.
don't know what's wrong.
I don't know.
You might be having a
I'm
little.
glad. Well, I appreciate it.
Well, you might be having a little cult following kind of
All
thing.
right. It works. How's the sound out there, anybody? Does it sound good? Oh, sounds very distorted. All right, let's see if we can bring
Are we
this
still
down.
loud?
What about now? Are we good now?
Does that tell you that?
Distorted? He did. Our executive producer said it sounds very distorted. Does it sound very distorted now?
And he would not lie.
What about now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
How was it?
Well, see, the thing is, it's not in real time. So, anyway,
It is in real time.
Oh, it is, but there's
Why?
a delay because we upload and then he has to respond.
Oh, that's the delay.
That is the delay.
We're not getting off to a great start.
That's all right. It's growing pains.
Now let's fresh it up.
So, yeah, we'll go around.
No, there's a hot dog stand
So, I want to
outside.
talk about the fact that Jim and I, sailing charters out here, telling out to Hawaii. And
That's awesome.
So, good old Jim and I. So if you were playing at home or you're here in the bar and you hear us say Jim and I, and you hear that bell, that means it's time to drink. So whether you've got water, tea, alcoholic beverage, soda, whatever it is, take a big swig or whatever you've got. There you go. It's good times. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? Where's Marty at? We got Marty over there?
Marty's left the
Marty's coming
building.
in. Hold on.
Hey, folks.
Wait, that's not Marty.
Hey, folks.
Oh, there it is. How are you tonight, Marty?
Good.
This is Ellie. So I've got a picture. This is Ellie. She was Rescue and Rehab's first employee, I was told. So
I think she was employee of the year.
Yeah, got a photo of that. And it will say Marty and Ted they're on vacation. That kind of makes it look like they're on vacation together in like a romantic way.
They might be.
But it's a golf trip. They're on a golf trip. They just said that picture, so they're out there having a good time. So they did.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. So we are still distorted. Let me see if we can get these mic levels correct. What about now, man? Are we good? Y'all let me know, man. Let me know.
How does it sound out there?
Sounds
I
good to
did see
me.
it in the place. Like tin can on a string yelling into a microphone across the room.
That's very detailed.
That's not great, man.
That's not a good sound.
That's not a good look.
How does that happen?
So, yeah,
Are we too close?
I don't think so. I think it's probably on the board over here. What about now, man? Trying to bring it down.
He spent a long time writing that.
He did. He's focused on that one. Anyway, so Ellie, tell us a little bit about Rescue Wood Rehab and being part of the show and everything. Now I hear that you got some projects coming up. So Marty says that you're going to need some type of wedding gifts built from there, and then probably some type of like maybe like a crib or a cradle or something?
Oh, yes.
That's
I will
what-
need some baby toys
That's what he was telling
at
me.
some point. Not for me. For my
No,
friend.
not for you.
Gotcha. These are for friends. Okay.
Run to Woodward.
There you go.
Yeah, you have lots of baby showers and weddings coming up, right?
Five weddings this
Oh
year.
my
You have
god.
5 more? Wow. Oh my
4 more. Cross one off this weekend.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
You're at that age where that all happens, right?
Cutting boards.
We're
Cutting
so
boards.
excited to have you here, and we want you to hang out with us all night long. We want to remind everybody we are on location here at Niche Wine Lounge. They do live music 6 nights a week, different types.
Well, I think you should explain Ellie a little more, too.
Should we explain Ellie a little more? Talk to us, Ellie. What are your?
Well, Rescue Wood Rehab is proud to be a part of the Maverick Rose Music Hour. That's all I have to say right now.
Is that alcohol in that drink, Ellie?
I was told it's akin to a pomegranate French 75.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds
very
good.
Thanks to
specific.
Andy.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Are you going to explain who Ellie is or not?
Well, that is Marty's daughter. So there you go.
That's why she was the first employee.
That is why she's the first one.
She's my daughter, too.
Okay, Zen is
Everybody
here.
forgets about me up here. Everybody forgets
We look
about me.
alike though, so.
We do look alike, and people tell us that. And when Marty comes up here, he doesn't say my name either. He says hi to Maverick.
Say my name, say my name. No one is around you.
They don't say our name.
Nothing different. All right, I'm still working the levels here. Let's see. This is a work in progress. What about now?
Because we have a lot of good things.
We got a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight, so I'll make sure we get the audio correct here.
Is Ellie's mic okay?
What's good out there?
Hey,
Talk to
what's
us.
going on with this mic? What's happening with it?
It sounds great in the room, so it's unfortunate that we're having those issues on the screen. Yeah.
That's weird because they're different mics and stuff too.
They are.
Yeah. But it's still not good.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm waiting for a
So is
response
Ellie's
here.
mic look good? Sound good?
Everything looks good.
No, it doesn't sound good.
Hey.
Is yours like a tin can and a ocean?
Or was
across
it,
the
like a
sea?
tin can on a string distorted, yelling into a mic across the room?
You get that from a Three Stooges episode.
I think so. Probably.
Is they silent?
Makes sense to me. Well, anyway, while we're in this, now would be a great time for you to go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com. We got the schedule up there, all the different events that we have going on. You can check out my books of poetry as well. Everything here. Let's see what we got. All right, Zen says, not too close. If anything, it sounded like the audio on this end is coming from a mic pointed at the PA. I'm not sure if your mics are coming straight through the stream. Interesting.
Should we say goodbye for a minute while we fix this?
No, everything's good on this end.
Did you say these are new mics?
Yes.
Should we back off a little?
No, they're not new. I mean, these are the ones that we were using last week. So, all right, let me see now. What about now? Check.
This is riveting.
It
Hey,
is.
hey.
This is like top tier stuff right here.
Did Andy make a drink this week that you can talk about? Oh, no. You did? Oh, Ellie, bring up the drink. Talk about it.
All right.
He can tell you what it is.
It's still about the same. All right.
We do one of those shadow puppet shows. They can still see, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
They can see us.
I don't know.
French martini.
Oh,
Chambord,
she's going to come up with me.
and pineapple.
Okay.
Well, ooh, tell us what the
Looky
drink.
here.
Yeah.
What is the drink of the
We
week?
have a French martini.
You know what?
Check that out.
What is
Okay,
it?
I realized what happened.
Bonjour.
So let me clear everything up for everybody. So if you're listening on the radio, if you're on the podcast, whatever. So we got a new new camera. We have a dog cam now, which right now you're just going to see part of Ellie's leg there. But
Showing some legs.
that's right, showing some legs. So that's what we got. So on the new camera, it had the microphone that's built into it turned on. So that was that's my bad. That's my bad. So we were actually getting audio from multiple cans. So it literally was like it was a tin can across the room because that's basically what the quality of those mics are. So this should change everything now. We should be good. So
Did Zen tell us we're good?
He has not yet, but again,
He's
there
probably
is a delay
typing a whole
between the time
diatribe
that
about
yeah.
the thing.
Nope. He says it's no different. All right. That's awesome.
Ellie's like, can I drink now?
Well,
Oh yeah, go ahead. You go ahead. We'll get this thing figured out. All right.
the French part is the Chambord vodka.
Getting better, but the
And
volume
pineapple
is very
juice.
low.
Oh, that sounds good.
So
Actually,
now the
sounds
volume
just
is
right up your
low.
alley.
It does. What's it called?
Hold on.
French martini.
Oh, okay. Is that what Andy's like? Yep. Is it good?
From the source.
Gemini want to know. Gemini want to know if it's good.
You know what it tastes like?
Okay, what about
What?
now? No,
Anna
no, no.
Maria Island.
Does it taste like Anna Maria Island?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to taste
Ooh,
that.
you like
Is that a good one?
Yeah,
He makes some really good boat drinks.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ellie's double fisted over there.
Andy
getting
just
started.
ate us.
Yes, to
Why did you
confirm,
want to come over and say anything?
that is exactly Zen. That is exactly what was happening. So it was pulling from the new camera that I set up because now we have the fourth cam. We have the perfect match cam down there.
I thought it was the Bud cam.
It is the Bud cam.
Where is Bud?
I don't know. I think he's out doing stuff. But anyway, so yeah, it was pulling that. So looks like we got no more echo.
Do you see him?
Sparrow says stuff is better. All right, that's awesome. All right, so now on with the show.
Are we good?
All right, we are good. Thank you so much, Ellie. We appreciate you helping us
All
through
right.
our technical difficulties here.
And did you check
Doing
her
our
ID?
best to make things as awkward as
How old is
possible.
Sure
Right.
did. Sure did.
How old is
That's
she?
right.
Yeah.
A woman never tells, Jim.
Okay.
You can't ask that, man.
And
It's womanhood. It's all about
That's
the
right.
womanhood.
It's all
That's
about
right.
the women.
That's
Andy's on his second Sabrit dog. He ate the first one in about 7 seconds.
All right.
They're good.
Tasty.
I haven't had one yet.
I did.
All right.
Thanks for playing, Al.
Anytime.
We appreciate you coming in. Marty's
we'll-
never looked so good.
Absolutely.
Maybe Wa will come up and talk later when we talk about some stuff. No?
That's
maybe,
right.
Maybe not.
All right.
We'll
Well,
have to have
now
a
we've
French
got
martini.
plenty of stuff for Jim to whine about.
you,
Tell us about
Al.
your whine of the week, Jim.
First, I got to clean up something on last week when I was talking about Fanny, how none of the
Yeah.
other girl band sounded. as
I just
good
want
as
to be
them.
really clear. If you're watching in England, he's
Yeah.
talking about the band Fanny, not
Not
the
somebody's
inappropriate term.
Not somebody's
Yeah,
bum.
that's right.
It's actually worse in English.
It's worse than that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
Or
right.
better, depending on your.
So I didn't want to make it sound like I was diminishing the other female bands. Actually, almost no band sound as good as Fanny, male or female. That kind of four singers playing very tight, well arranged. I mean, they sound better than the Rolling Stones, who are very sloppy live. So anyway, I just didn't want to say I was.
No, they're in a
denigrating.
class of their own.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we did listen to them on the radio show and kind of prove that point, I think. So yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, the good live bands like the Who and Zeppelin are more wild, but Fanny's very controlled, you know, which I like. Reminds me of Master Cylinder practices back in the 70s.
yeah. for
All
sure.
right, my wine of the I don't know if this wine of the week is working. Now they got to plan it.
You don't like this, do
I
you?
mean, I
Let
was
it come-
talking
you
You
gotta
should
about
just let it be
let it come
organic.
organic.
and
how many
Yeah,
candy
just-
bars are in a bag last week and the week before. Don't drive
Is it
behind.
stressing
a,
you out?
Don't drive behind a log.
Well, it had
truck.
me, yeah,
No.
me wondering. I was like, what is going on?
Just
right
make
now?
me feel dumb. Like this week, I'm saying, okay, I don't like those Lady Gaga commercials on TV.
Okay.
Oh, for
the
the
migraine,
medicine
the
one?
migraine
Yeah.
ones?
You know,
Yeah.
can cause
I don't know why she's doing
blindness
that.
and whatever. And is she actually a musician? Does she have music?
Yes.
She's got a little bit. She's
I
got
mean,
a little bit.
I know she wears like a meat suit. And
She's
stuff.
actually very talented.
Really? 'Cause
She writes her
sang with-
She is,
writes
yeah.
her songs. She plays
All right.
all sorts of instruments.
Actress.
I know she sang that
Yep.
song with Rocket Raccoon on in that movie.
Shalalala shallows.
Yeah, that thing.
Rocket Raccoon.
We're far from the shallows.
Is
now.
that
Oh,
is that
Bradley
a
Cooper.
Killer Shark movie?
Stars Born. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then she's like singing with Tony Bennett.
They
trying
were
to,
good
like,
friends.
I think it's pronounced Benet.
Benet, yeah.
Yeah, Tony
Probably
Benet.
that's how he.
Yeah.
And I think somebody
he's
told me
cast.
she bought Frank Zappa's house. It sounds like
She's a big Zappa
She's
fan.
trying to be cool, you know.
she lived with her
Yeah.
parents until very recently, I think.
All right.
All right.
Well, anyway, it aggravates me. If it was me, I would have sang with Frank Zappa and bought Tony Bennett's house.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Maybe
that's,
she will now.
That's
right.
the wine.
I think this is stressing you out having to do wine of the week because now you have to think of it instead of just talking about it.
You'd think more stuff would happen to me. It's like I'm living the life of Baba O'Reilly.
All right.
We'll keep doing it. I don't mind embarrassing
You don't mind?
myself.
Oh,
That's right.
I don't think you're embarrassing yourself.
No, not at all.
No.
That's good stuff. Well, since you had the wine of the week, why don't you go ahead and tell me about your one-hit wonder, Jim?
Okay.
There's the
Allow
notes.
me to
There's
put
the
my
notes.
spectacles on.
Is this on the back?
I'm going to
of
go
a-
fix this camera,
is this
but
on the back
move
of a
this. We're having all
letter?
kinds of technical stuff going on today. I'm going to go move
Yeah,
this
today
camera.
feels
Okay.
a little out of sorts, doesn't it? It does. It does.
So a one-hit
Honestly.
wonder, 1969, the Easy Beats. It's Friday on My Mind. It was a hit in the U.S. in '65. They're actually very big in Australia.
they're called
they're-
the Easy Beats.
Yeah, they're an Australian band. In fact, this song
Like
was,
AC/DC.
was voted
AC/DC is Australian?
Yes.
the
I did not know. No,
best
they're not.
They are.
Australian
They are?
song of all time.
What?
Friday on My Mind,
Friday.
voted
One
by
Hit
the
Wonder?
Australian Performing Rights Association.
Wow.
Bowie did a lackluster cover on Pinups, but that whole album was kind of lackluster.
Ouch. You're not wrong, but it still hurts me to hear it.
No, he picked good songs, but he just kind of blod through them.
Hey, Zen said he likes the new camera angles and the new backdrop. Yeah, man, I put that backdrop up so we'd have a
Oh,
little bit
I
of
didn't even
theming.
see
So we
it.
got some roses behind us now.
And no more mirrors. That looks awesome.
Alright.
Because we were having some issues with the light on the cameras. It's all issues. We're growing. This is only season 2. And
When will we
we're
not be
learning as we
growing?
go.
And
No,
when-
we'll always
when-
be changing
We'll always
and
be?
striving for better.
Okay.
Look at Bud over there.
Can you see that?
Yeah, there he is. Look at Bud. That's money well spent.
It's the Bud
cam
and
is
Ellie
money well
cam.
spent. That's right.
As he
Cool.
walks away.
That's right. But yeah, so the Easy Beats, man. I didn't know they were Australian, so there you go.
Yeah.
Are you sure AC/DC is Australian?
Absolutely.
Seriously?
They're the biggest little band from Australia.
I never knew that. Did you
Yeah.
know that?
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth, too.
Yeah. It's a lot of good stuff from Australia.
Who's Chris Hemsworth?
Russell Crowe.
Did you
Oh,
say
those
who's
are-
Chris
No, they're
Hemsworth?
actors. They're actors. They're actors.
I've
Thor,
heard them
man.
sing, though.
That's right.
I really did not know that about AC/DC.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I can't say any more about the Easy Beats. That they had a lot of hits in Australia, but only the one big one. But it's a cool one. We'll play it. We'll kick off the radio show with that in the first couple songs.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I want to hear
Yeah,
that.
we got all kinds of good stuff going on the radio show tonight,
I also do a somewhat lackluster version of that live.
but still better than Bowie's.
Probably.
Oh my
but
gosh,
it's only
yes.
me, you know.
Have you seen Jim live?
I have. The man smashed a guitar right here on this very
He
stage.
scared the crap out of all of us. with
Everyone.
That was awesome. Have
That
you
was
posted
awesome.
the video?
Yeah, the video's all over the internet. It's going viral.
I don't doubt it. That was pretty cool.
Pretty well.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
That
good
was
stuff.
very cool. Very cool.
All right.
I love
So,
You got a lot of stuff written there.
well, I also have the list of songs we're playing.
That's what we're going to be playing
Oh,
later.
okay. Is it
Yeah.
on the back of a letter?
You know it is.
Oh,
No, Staples.
coupons.
Yeah.
And I can't use the coupons.
So everybody who's
right.
out there, if you want to check out jimspilios.com, Jim's got all kinds of stuff going on. So that's Jim Spilios. See, it's like people don't know how to spell Jim, but they know
Yeah.
how to spell Spilios. Spilios, jimspilios.com.
I've
And,
seen people spell Jim with a JY.
We'll see. That's why I wanted to make sure we clarify for everybody out there.
Or
So
a G.
go check out Jim's
Like
website.
Gemini.
He just launched it. Oh, if you're out there, go ahead
Drink,
and take
Al.
a sip. That's right. Go ahead and take a sip. So Jim's got all of his screenplays up there. He's got his albums up there. You can go check out all of the collective works of the Master Cylinder himself. So moving right along, I think it's time for our deep dive. What do you got for us, Darcy?
I got to do the deep dive this week.
You did.
and
It's your
I-
first deep dive.
It is my first deep dive here. I thought it would be fun to talk about these manufactured bands
Okay.
that are out there because there are so many that have done so well and have had some great hits and have a big fan, and a lot of it's based upon younger audience, right?
Sure. Yeah.
It's to get the younger, mostly girls.
Targeted to teens. Yeah.
It is targeted to teens, and some of them are based around a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were created for that. Some of them were just in something that came about because a record company
Yep.
wanted to put together a band and wanted to have some commercialization around it.
It is the music industry after all.
Well, that
Yeah,
it is.
So they are creating.
and I
out
don't
there.
think that's
Yeah.
a bad thing.
No, it's the business side of things, but yeah, the money is there. Then they make a thing.
And there's really nothing wrong with that because they still created good music. They still, they ended up, many of them became friends and had
That's
a good
right.
career, and some of them went off to single careers
That's right.
after that. So, I think it has evolved throughout time as to now K-pop is the big
Yes.
manufactured bands. And I don't know a lot about K-pop. Maybe you guys know more. I don't think Jim does, but you probably do more than I do.
I've
But-
heard some K-pop. I agree with what you said, except for that it was a good thing and they made good music. Other than that,
I think they make fun music, and I think there's some good music out there. So let's talk about some of these bands that we're talking
Sure.
about.
all right, go ahead.
All right, so let's start with the TV shows that have a manufactured band.
Yeah,
And you guys may have more of a list than I do. What?
So I just want to say really quick. So, do we want you are clarifying a manufactured band rather than just a boy band or a girl band?
Well, a boy band or girl band. Yes. I
Okay.
mean, when I
Because boy bands and girl bands can be different than manufactured. I would think of
Yes.
like, so if you go way back to like the Four Seasons, for example,
Right.
there's an argument that they're a boy band, Jersey Boys, right?
right.
But they weren't really manufactured. They
No,
came
because they
about
were
organically.
friends, right?
Yeah,
They
they,
were
came about
friends.
organically. But at the same time, they were kind of a boy band.
And-
Doing pop music
Yes.
and image playing into the role and all of that kind of stuff.
When
yeah.
I first talked about this, I said an intentionally created band. But
Yes,
then when I looked
yeah.
it up, they call them manufactured bands.
Sure.
So it's
And
possible even Motown, which produces great music, that I didn't
It
look
falls
into
under
it
that
deep
category.
enough.
Yeah.
Some of
Where you
those
have a
I think were
producer.
put together.
I
And
did.
some of the girl groups too.
So
the
I did.
early ones.
Yeah, and I looked into that because I thought maybe the Supremes. But
But
they
they
are
knew-
not.
yeah.
They're not
No,
created.
they
They were
knew each
actually.
other.
There were. I think Diana Ross and one of the other girls were friends, and then they got a third. So it wasn't manufactured by the label.
Right.
But there was a lot in Motown where they used the same producers, the same bands, and I don't know enough about it either to
Yeah.
say how much of those were.
My favorite manufactured band is this band right here.
Gemini.
That's Gemini.
But I think Motown has some of that too. I couldn't dive.
I think it
deep
was
into-
a little
I
different.
created our
like,
duo to make
they-
money, so it counts.
It was more of an artistically flavored thing where you see, oh, this guy would fit in good with this band. But it was some of the bands were just like 5 vocalists,
right.
and the people playing the music was generally the Funk Brothers, just like the Wrecking Crew played for the Beach Boys and Mamas and the Papas.
So here's what
so
I'm-
that's kind of different.
Here's what I'm hearing, Jim, is that
Right.
it's the same argument that you have all the time, which is that
Oh,
don't
Jim,
worry,
who-
we'll wait. We're
yeah.
not on the air. or
Who are you
anything.
going to call from?
We'll wait.
My sister.
Oh, answer.
Oh,
it.
snap.
I'm
Yeah, go
doing a
ahead.
podcast right now. I can't talk.
Well, maybe it's an emergency.
I'm on the air.
What's her name?
Oh,
I'll
snap.
call you back.
Did she hang up? Did she hang up
Ooh,
on
it's
you?
live, baby.
No, she like
It's not live. It's Memorex. All right.
Did she hang up on
Anyway,
you? What's her name?
Marianne.
Do you think she's watching,
I doubt it.
or
she might be.
she wouldn't have called?
But no, I think that the argument about the manufactured bands, I'll put that in air quotes for those of you listening that aren't watching. I think the argument that I'm hearing from you, Jim, is the same that I hear about everything, which is even the manufactured bands were better in the 60s.
Yeah.
Because basically what you're saying is like, yes, they were manufactured bands, but they were still good. They were making good music.
And
it's
they were
like
better in the 60s.
it's
But
the
when
stuff
I
that's
would
happening
look-
now,
That's a
it's
very
the
good
exact
point.
same way.
Like the Shangri-Las and the Shirelles, they actually were girls who knew each other. So I'm not even sure how many of those were like manufactured.
With Motown,
Yeah.
I think a lot of them did know each other and
Yeah.
kind of, but they used a lot of the same people in the background with the music and not background, but studio musicians, different things. Because I did look up the Supremes and some other ones that I thought perhaps, and then you could say like Jackson 5 or the Osmonds were they created, but they were family, but did they?
Right, but they were created, right? And it's the same argument. Like I try to think about like a band like Kiss, for example. Like Gene Simmons literally said he wanted Kiss to be the American Beatles. He wanted all 4 of them to write music and practice their instruments or whatever. And then when they started doing it, they were like, yeah, but if we lean into this like makeup thing and like the show, the spectacle, there's money there. And then
Right.
it becomes an industry. And that's where you start feeding the machine. And I think that's a lot of this is like they might have been friends singing on their front porch, of their parents' house or something. But then when the producer gets involved, then it
I
becomes
think that's a
whole
different
thing.
subject though, because I think there are bands that are purely created to create a band that will make money, not just
Backstreet Boys,
Backstreet
NSYNC,
Boys,
like stuff like that.
NSYNC.
Yeah,
Well, and
Spice
so,
Girls. Yeah,
I have my
I got
little
you.
list here. They have, and Simon Cowell actually has created people from his shows, like the X Factor created One Direction,
absolutely horrible.
and he
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
put them together, and they came in third.
Ever.
They came in third on the show, but then they created this.
I would rather listen to the first 10 minutes of this podcast where
Not me.
someone's
Not me.
screaming
Not
into
me.
a tin can from across the room.
So that he created.
So it's the ultimate of what we talk about, how the producers took over more and more each decade until now. It's like they're even making the bands,
Let's raise a
and there- and
glass to
there's
the
nothing-
producer. What do you say?
He's in bed. And Gemini. But so Simon Cowell created One Direction. He also created Fifth Harmony, who I don't know. I don't know if anybody here knows them. But it started many, many years ago with the Monkees.
British Jim out there in internet land says the Monkees were a manufactured band.
And
Yeah.
they are credited as being like the first manufactured band, but they were manufactured for a TV show,
That's right.
right? And
Yep.
then and look at Johnny G. He said that's his favorite band from the 60s.
That's right.
So they created music that people really like. The teenage girls really liked that in the
Yes.
show
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
of that. They ended up, and they still have a legacy, right? I mean, they're how many years ago? I mean, that's
Absolutely, yeah.
a long
The-
time ago.
They made a lot of songs with lasting power. A lot of good songs in general. The Monkees
Influenced
are
a lot
very
of people.
listenable.
They are, yeah, and influenced a lot
and
of
they
people.
were
for
created
sure.
to kind of be Beatle-esque, correct?
Oh yeah, it was influenced by Hard Day's Night, trying to get that kind of zany,
The zany humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't as smart as the Hard Day's Night humor. It was more,
Well, it was TV.
goofball. Yeah.
It's TV. So they're credited as the first one, and then there's the Partridge Family,
That's right.
which I can't get that song "I Think I Love You" out of my mind every time I think of the Partridge Family. Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah. That'll be played later.
Well, is that on
Yep.
there? Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so that was created, and then I think they probably toured as well, and then from there, they all kind of had their own careers.
I
After
don't know
that,
how
too.
many of those actually played in the Partridge.
A lot of them really didn't. Susan Day, I don't think played. Danny Bonaducci, I don't think could really play. I think David Cassidy and Shirley,
I don't think
Cassidy.
Shirley did the way she was slamming on that keyboard. Didn't look right.
but she was really, but she was really a singer. And I think they kind of created a band around this premise of
Yeah.
the Partridge Family, and with David, is her last name Cassidy? Shirley
Jones.
Yep.
Jones. That's
There you
it.
go.
And they kind of created that around that.
Yeah.
And then they went out to different careers. Like Susan Day had a big acting career. David Cassidy kept up the music. Danny Bonaducci became a DJ and got in a lot of trouble a lot of places. But they there was longevity from that.
And
came out of that.
Bonaducci was a favorite of Beavis and Butthead. Bonaducci.
That's right.
Did he recently pass away?
Beavis?
No.
Oh,
Butthead.
Butthead.
No, Danny-
Bonaducci? I don't think so.
I think he had something.
I think he's
Yeah.
wrestling or something.
Yeah.
And then for TV there was Archie's, which
Yeah.
Yep.
and Josie and the Pussycats,
That's right.
which I really thought that was a cartoon,
Yeah.
but it's more than that. I think, right?
There's a live action movie. Yeah.
Is there a live action movie?
Yeah.
Oh, recent. Not
Yeah,
too
yeah,
long
yeah.
ago. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. So, I think there's benefit to that, and then you get up to more recent, and the Spice Girls not as recent, but they are the largest selling girl band.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
the largest selling, and they haven't put out a record in
Years.
years and years and years.
But
I think.
Spice World was one of the greatest movies of all time.
Are you going to stand by that?
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
No.
But they were huge sellers, and I think they're getting back together for a tour. Is what
I
I've
hope
heard.
so.
When
I'd
did
go
Will
see
you
it.
go?
I will go. Yeah.
We should all go do a
I
podcast
like
from
Spice
there.
Girls.
When did Spice World come out?
2000? 99?
2001?
Either
I
99,
thought it was in the
2000,
90s that
2001.
they kind of came about.
Yeah, it was the very end because they're part of the Cool Britannia movement.
I was going to say 2001 was a big year for movies. There
They
was also Pootie Tang and Freddie Got Fingered came out.
I just want to say that they were riding on the coattails of Oasis. So Oasis made it cool to be British, and the Spice Girls
You
capitalized
did not
on
hear
that.
Jim.
I did. The man said Pootie Tang. I'm just avoiding that because we are on the radio. All right.
But I think there's a huge benefit, and the way some of these do is the record companies and producers, they hold auditions.
Yeah.
They hold these open auditions, and people
Now, really
can come
quick,
and audition.
you said 2001, right?
Yeah.
Did Bowfinger come out in 2001?
I don't know. Maybe right around
Maybe.
there.
It was around that time. Anyway.
So, and to me, it still boils down to I'm not going to condemn someone for being manufactured. I'm going to condemn them for not making good music.
And that's always your standard.
Yeah.
Yes,
It is,
That is
yeah.
always, and so I can
Which
and
is-
I mean, I haven't heard much Spice Girls, just the
That's-
few that get played. And it's
That's why I get a pass for doing all the crazy dancing around stuff because somehow Jim thinks that I still sound good in spite of it. So he's like, you can do your crazy stuff.
I think
man.
you could do
Like,
just
it's all
about
right.
anything, and Jim would just sit there stoic faced
Oh.
and play along.
Somebody came up to him one night. They were like, "Man, you got that get that stone cold energy, like just like cool. Like this dude is like dancing all around you, and you're just like ice, man, like the ice
You're
man."
Ice
He is.
baby.
That's right.
One Direction, came from
Do you guys
X
like
Factor?
any of this music? These
I
bands
think
are
it's
talking
fun. I think there's a lot of fun music with it. I think it's just. I don't think it's deep. I don't think it's meant to be.
So I fall.
about? K-pop.
I
I
don't
don't-
really know K-pop.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Do
That's,
you know K-pop?
I don't, because I don't listen to new
Do
music.
you know K-pop?
Anybody?
Ellie's pointing to you.
I see.
She's got a drink.
I fell somewhere in between, like the Backstreet Boys were probably like in the middle of where, like when I was and In Sync for that matter, and yeah, New Kids on the Block because I'm
Yeah.
a huge Donnie Wahlberg fan.
Are you a huge Johnny Wahlberg
I'm a huge
fan?
Donnie Wahlberg.
No, when we
fan,
did
so.
the radio show one night, I think it was Trevor called in one of the boy band songs.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that it was a good song. So, I mean, I'm sure they're out there, but
But then from there you have One Direction Harry Styles, who's a huge star right now.
Everybody loves him.
Oh,
Look, there's somebody
likes-
out there likes him.
Somebody likes him, and Justin Timberlake from
Oh,
NSYNC.
Zen says he listens to K-pop. What K-pop do you like, bro?
Yeah, talk to us about
Yeah, talk
K-pop.
to us
I
about
don't know
it, man.
anything
Throw it
about
up in the comments.
But they are very creative, and it's like a machine over there. Because I was reading up on it a little bit, that it's really just a very large call, and it's a very esteemed thing to be able to get into this.
Yeah, and worldwide, like they have, Bill, Boston Bill was talking about this last week, how they have like a really big pull worldwide.
Yes.
Not as much in the United States, but it is growing.
Right.
And I know that's a goal of a lot of the K-pop bands is that they want to chart in the U.S.
Are there any girl K-pop bands?
I'm sure there are. I
don't
couldn't name one, but I would have to assume
I've
that there is.
seen
Yeah.
what appears to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember any names. Oh,
What's
yeah.
that? What?
Oh,
what
I
was
think
that,
I
Ellie?
saw that name.
They're really cool. They dance.
On the
They're
mic,
awesome.
Ellie.
Yeah.
What's that?
Blackpink. It's a cool
Blackpink is
girl
cool.
K-pop band. They do a lot of awesome
Nice.
dances.
So
All
that's
right, I'll have
thing.
to check them out.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I
it
think I
is
saw that name. Yeah, now you say
looks
that.
and choreography.
Very cool.
And it's
Choreography is a
five
big part of
6 or
it.
7 good-looking people not playing any instruments, which, okay.
But they don't
whatever.
claim
Yeah.
to.
No,
So-
they don't claim to, but
In reading about that, I think that brings us right into our next thing, which I've decided to name this segment that we do each week.
Which is what?
I'm going to call it Ramble On. This is where we're just going to talk about
Rambling
a topic
man.
together.
Rambling
so
man.
we're going to ramble on right now about the Billboard charts. Because
Okay.
they were saying that a lot of the K-pop bands want to be on the US Billboard charts, but because they don't get a lot of radio play here, they don't qualify.
Right.
So were you all able to, we were talking about researching the Billboard charts. Were you able to do
Ooh, I
that?
forgot that one.
I
Did
did
you?
a little. What I saw was, because I was
Sorry.
curious when I see someone's on 7 different charts, how many charts are there?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. Zen says BTS, Blackpink, there's plenty, but he can't think of all the names right now. Yeah, it's good.
We already said
Good,
that,
yeah.
Zen. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, man.
There's
Well, again,
more,
there's a delay. So we say this and then he reads it and then it
I'm
comes out.
just
Yeah.
kidding.
But anyway, so you were saying Billboard.
there's more than 200 different Billboard charts.
That's right. So adult
200?
contemporary, alternative
I mean,
rock.
I thought there was
all
like
that
5
kind
or
of
6.
Yeah, I
No,
think they
yeah.
used to be.
Well, it's the top 40 is the big one, but there's a top 200. There's a top 100.
Wow.
There's adult contemporary. There's indie rock.
and
there's
one artist can be on 6
multiple.
or 7 different whatever.
So
And
here's
how do they get on the Billboard?
so here's what I
charts?
found out. They don't tell you. It's a secret.
well, don't they use everything supposedly streaming? Sales?
It's a conglomeration of radio play, streams,
and how much money someone gives
videos,
them.
and all those kind of things, but they don't tell you what the actual algorithm is. So they won't go, oh, if you get 1,000 spins on this plus, 10,000 hits on Spotify plus some. They don't tell you. They just say like if you're they look at it behind closed doors.
They,
They,
right? Yeah.
the Billboard people look at
Right.
it behind closed doors and they decide, okay, this is the most popular song right now.
It's not based on sales.
It is, among other things.
Interesting.
And they
I
don't
always
they
thought
don't reveal
so
what they
now-
will not reveal officially publicly. They don't reveal what the metric
I
is
would-
that they judge
And
by.
I would think part of the metric now is streaming, right?
And they do say that. They say that they take into account streaming, they take into account like YouTube videos
Right.
and all these different things and radio play and album sales. But what that looks like,
So
is
it goes
it
into a
weighted?
computer
Yeah,
and-
is it weighted? Is it like, okay, if you get a bunch of streams, but you only got this many radio plays? And that was the argument that a lot of the K-pop bands have made is like, they'll have literally 1 billion with a B streams on a streaming service and they're not
not-
charting.
Oh.
But
Is there a chart over somewhere else?
well, there
England,
is,
Europe?
but
I mean,
but
all of that?
Billboard is US
Yeah,
based, so it's
right.
based on US radio play, US streams, and stuff like that. It is United States based thing. So, but the metric is not public.
Is
So
there
how
payola
they
that goes
weight all
along
that-
with this?
I'm sure there is.
That's what
gotta
I
be
think.
I
within
got
the
a
industry.
story on that one.
Yeah, go ahead,
Did
Joe.
you
Yeah.
want to say something, Ellie?
Wait. Okay.
Do you guys know anything about the charts in the Netherlands?
No, educate us.
So they have this chart that comes out every year, and everyone gets ready for it, and it comes out at midnight, and they listen to the top 100, 200 songs, I don't remember. But they all listen to it at the same time. It comes out at midnight, and it drops, and it's like a national holiday. Everybody puts
Seriously?
their picks in. Yeah, and so it's like a community.
Like they vote on it?
Everybody votes on the
So is this
top
like
songs.
like a Eurovision type thing?
I don't know.
Is it always Stairway to Heaven, the first one?
It's interesting.
There's a lot of 80s hits.
Okay.
You would love it.
Nice. That sounds awesome.
I would. Jim would.
Yeah, I'd be there.
If the
for it.
Beatles were on it, then Jim would love it.
That's right.
All right. So
That's pretty
Thanks,
cool.
Ellie. Yeah,
That's
that's
interesting.
awesome. Yeah.
So let me tell you about John Lennon and Elton John.
Okay.
They
you got
were-
my interest.
They were working together, and Elton wanted John to play on stage with him, and John didn't want to do it.
Why?
He didn't like doing it.
Yoko
anymore.
wouldn't let him.
Well, anyway, Elton John said, well, if you get a #1 single, will you play? John said, yeah. So his song, Whatever Gets You Through the Night,
Mhm.
Elton John made a few calls, and eventually it was a #1 single.
Oh wow.
And then John Lennon played on stage with him. So I don't know exactly what that meant, but
That's an interesting bet to take, right?
it's just a little fishy, the whole deal, you know?
So Zinbad,
Payola and all that.
yeah,
I think that-
Zinbad says that YouTube uses a similar algorithm. Keep the formula secret, and you avoid people gaming the system. So if you don't
Oh,
know
that's
what it
actually
is that
kind
you
of a
need
good
to do
point.
to be
Sense.
#1,
Yeah.
then you don't load that weight. Just let it happen organically.
Well, and then in radio stations, there's not NDAs, but there's things that are signed to say that this will not happen. That there's a
so
lot of that.
like
goes with
as
it.
much as it may seem like a conspiracy and behind closed doors and secret kind of thing, like I guess there is probably a reason behind it in that you
That makes
you
sense.
don't want
It's still all
Yeah.
a load of steaming
because
crap,
it's the
though.
record companies
is,
who
though.
would be doing the paying, right?
Right,
It's the record
exactly.
companies would like lobbyists, right?
Yeah.
They'd be lobbying for their artists
Sure.
to get up. But I'm a little floored. There's over 200 Billboard charts. What's the most wild one? What's the most
I
obscure?
didn't look at,
Oh.
that just, I said, okay, that's all the
Um,
info I need.
I believe the Hot Country 200
Oh,
is probably
stop. Oh, stop. You know what? We are going to go country soon. We are going to go country soon, my friends.
There's a-
Sam and Al, will you
Lord
back
have
me up on that? I don't
mercy.
even know if you like country. But
There's a-
Lord have mercy.
There's a separate one for country songs
Feel
with
something.
4 chords.
I'm something coming on that week. I might not be here.
I can't believe you like songwriting so much and music instruments, and you guys don't like country because there's some good.
Okay, but we were just talking about manufactured music, and in modern music, there's nothing more manufactured than country. Every country artist that's on the radio right now, 100%, is all the industry. It's if you say pale moonlight and a cold beer with some little shorts right
It's
over
not
here. That's
all
all
that.
you need.
It is not all that.
That's every hit, and
It
they're,
is
they're
not
3 minutes and
all-
5 seconds every
You
single
have
song.
not listened
you throw
to
in a
it.
key change and a steel guitar.
You have
That's all
not.
there is.
There are
There's that
some
one
amazing
guy who's
songs.
pretty good. What's
That's
his
right.
name?
You're
That's
gonna
one.
say Chris
Don't say Jelly Roll.
No,
No,
he's going to say he's going to say Chris
No.
Stapleton. He's going to say Chris Stapleton.
Oh, I
no,
don't
someone
know.
else.
I
Not
don't
Chris
know.
Stapleton, who's wrote some amazing songs.
I don't know, man.
I just can't believe you're so anti-country. Are you
Oh.
that anti-country?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, I'll hear a good song here and there, but mostly
Could not be me, man. Could not be me. I tried.
I'm shocked that you're not open to it.
I tried.
Because you're
I
really
tried.
you're very open-minded.
I've tried. I can't.
I don't
it.
think you tried hard enough.
No.
I don't think so.
It's nothing
gonna-
there for
So-
me. Oh wait, what is in?
you can
Zen's
give
got,
me a
Zen's weighing
list
in.
of like 5 great country
100%.
songs,
So
and I'll
Zen's
listen.
Zen's got my back here. He says
Crazy,
old country
number
was
one.
good. Zen says old country was good. 90s and back is acceptable. I agree 100%.
My very favorite song is "Crazy," and Patsy Cline.
Oh,
made
well,
it a
that's
hit.
different.
That's
the
all-
old
that's
classic.
different.
That's
That's
still
different.
country.
No,
Yeah.
that's
And Willie
fine.
Nelson wrote it.
No, it's not
New
modern
country.
country is the problem. Not like
Modern
as Zen
country's
just
more
said, 90s
commercial.
and back is good.
Well, if Zen said it,
yeah,
then.
Zen said Bo Burnham had a whole song about how modern country is pandering. He's right. Yeah, and that is a fun song.
I do
It's
think
a
there
good
is
song.
some of that.
Yeah.
I do think
I'm
there's.
trying
I
to
think there's
think.
some of that everywhere.
Got some days at Duke's
See, now that's a stereotype.
and a cold Coors Light.
That's a stereotype that does not hold true all the
Gonna
time.
dance with my girl by every night. Look, I just made a hit.
Yeah.
Where's my $1 million? Send me a check, y'all.
Well, how do you get on the Billboard?
That's
top?
what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna write a country song
All
tonight.
right.
We're gonna write a country
You're
song.
gonna
when
make
we
a
write a song
stereotypical
at the
country
end,
song that's
we're gonna
not-
write a country hit. We're gonna write a banger.
Oh my god!
Wait for it.
I'm Bobby Lee Swagger
Wait
and I play
for
the
it.
guitar.
That's right.
You know, I'm just surprised by you two that you're not more open. I really am, because I don't expect that.
Oh man.
I don't expect that,
Yeah.
and I'm a little disappointed in both of you, frankly.
Dang.
Just a bit.
We're in the doghouse, man. I'm
I
down
know.
there with Bud.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh, what's up, Ellie?
Look, I think there's 2 puppies out there, aren't there?
What?
We have some puppies.
Do we?
Where's Bud?
He's on a walk.
Ah,
Bud's on a walk. Nice. All right.
I think we should talk to Riley.
I think
because
we should.
Riley's ready
let's
to
bring
go.
Riley on. Well, Christine and Riley. So let's see. There's Riley. There's Riley. So Riley is our Pawfik Match Dog of the Week. We call this segment Talk Doggy to Me. So, oh, hey, there. You're there. You're right there. Oh, Riley's being shy. All right, we'll get Riley there.
I think Riley is so beautiful.
That's right. There's Riley. Okay. Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about Riley. How old and what kind of story? What do we got going on here?
Okay, so on December 18th, Riley and 4 other dogs were going to be euthanized at the Duplin County shelter. And 2 hours before their euthanasia time, there was a volunteer from Pawfik Match that sprung them.
All
because-
5 of them.
All 5 of them.
That's amazing.
Yes. I agreed to foster Riley, and I received him on the 20th of December. So as far as we know, according to paperwork, he's lived his entire first year of life in the shelter.
Oh my
So
goodness.
he's about a year and a half old. He is up to date on all his shots. He's heartworm negative, and he is neutered. He
Nice.
absolutely loves my. I have 11 dogs, so he's in one of the packs.
11 of your own dogs, not
Yeah.
fosters. 11
No,
of your own.
11 of my own.
You're amazing.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we took him in. It took a little bit for him to get adjusted to,
Mm-hmm.
because he's never lived in anything but, I guess, 4
Yeah,
cement
just the
walls.
shelter,
Yeah,
yeah.
the shelter life.
Yeah.
So this is his first outing. We live on a farm, so life is very different
Yeah.
for him there.
And I think he's probably a little nervous with all these
Yeah.
people
He
and
is.
noises,
He's not
right?
used to the traffic and everything that's going on around. Come here, Rara.
Yeah.
He does very well with our other dogs. He's very close. I don't want him to knock anything over. I'm sorry. With Aurora, my husky, Shepherd mix, and Luna, which is a half coy dog, and they're also rescues that we took in. And he just loves life. Somebody that would like to adopt him would have to be somebody that has experience with dogs and lots of patience,
Nice.
because it's going to take him a very long time to adjust.
Decompress with
just like-
everything.
yes,
Yeah,
just
he's
like
been through
anything.
a lot in his life. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you. Yeah.
We also think we have his brother Ali, who we actually just adopted.
Nice.
You
Right.
adopted him.
We
That's
adopted
awesome.
him.
Wow.
Aw.
We
So
adopted him.
Now, is he your first foster experience? Have you fostered before?
We
And-
have
Yeah.
fostered before.
So, for people who may not be in a position to adopt out there, but that are considering fostering, can you just walk us a little bit through that experience, what it's been like for you, and maybe
Yeah.
a little encouragement?
You just
there?
have to, if you can't do the adoption, fostering is a great avenue.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you're vetted by the organization that you'll be doing this for. And then your responsibility is that dog,
Yes.
as if it was your own, and to get him out and to events. This is his first one.
Aww.
So we're doing the best we can.
doing great
No,
though.
he's doing
Yeah,
great.
he's-
Look, he's
What's his safe
comfy over
place?
there.
I'm sorry.
What's his safe place? What makes him feel safe?
Oh, actually, his outside kennel.
Aww.
Okay.
So they're all crate trained. All of my dogs, they all eat and sleep in their crates, and then we do outside time, and they all have huge kennels out there. So he actually likes our rooster, Gary, which is surprising.
Aw.
Has no issues with them, and he just loves to be able to see everything that's going on. He has met my grandchildren, so he's done very well with the kids too. They're 4 and 2.
That's
Nice.
good. That's good to
good.
know.
Yeah,
What
so
about
family?
Do you know anything
family
about
dog.
cats or?
So we do have 2 cats temporarily in my house that I'm holding because my daughter is in the process of moving, and she's also a volunteer for Pawfik Match. So I have 2 of her cats in the house, but we have not let him near them.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But if he's okay with roosters, then
He
probably
should be fine with cats.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
so.
He
yeah.
doesn't mind the pigs or the goats or anything else.
So you have a whole farm out there.
We do.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we have 52 acres in McGee's Crossroads.
Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Christine, for
Sure.
coming out
Thank
and for
you.
bringing
Thank you.
Riley.
Thank
And,
you.
and
So how
yeah,
if someone wants to look at adopting Riley, right?
pawfitmatch.org. They
Yes.
can go over there, and Riley will be there along with many other adoptable
Many other,
dogs
yeah.
looking for homes.
Yes. there are
They
many.
also have their donation links there. So if you're not able to adopt or foster, please consider donating. If you can't donate, you can always volunteer. And if you are not local to this area, then just check in with different rescues, or maybe dogs aren't your thing, cats or other types of
Rescues
animals.
and shelters.
There are sheltered animals and shelters all around the country that need love and are looking for homes. So please help where you can, do what you can, and absolutely get your pets spayed and neutered.
Oh, number one.
Yeah.
Number one. Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Yep.
coming here
Sure.
and taking
Appreciate
care
you
of all
and,
those
and
animals.
appreciate you and Pawfit
And I'm
Match
glad
for all
he
that
and
you
Bud
do.
are doing good
Absolutely.
together.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cool. Well, that was awesome. I like
That.
Riley.
You know what? That
That's
just I just saw you
And
hold
I'm-
your heart. That,
What's it-
you know,
oh,
5 dogs
look
were
at
going to
that
get euthanized, and they saved them.
That's it.
And they gave them some.
Look,
amazing-
I'm telling you, this dog cam is worth. It's already paid for itself for me, man. Like being able to actually see him down there. That's cool stuff.
That's just
Cool stuff.
too many
All right.
animals are getting euthanized in the
It's true.
shelters.
Yeah, North Carolina is the second highest euthanasia in the country for
Oh,
animals.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, so if you're local here, please.
So spay neuter, spay
please do
neuter,
what you
spay
can.
neuter,
Yeah,
spay neuter,
absolutely.
spay neuter.
Yep.
Number one, and
Yep.
adopt, don't shop.
That's right.
Always.
Always.
Let's put the breeders out of business.
That's right.
That's my goal.
What is it they say? Every dog bred is another dog dead, or
Yeah,
shelter dog
something-
dead, something
like that. Yeah,
So
and it's true.
It is.
It's true.
So
And
I
you
do
can
wanna-
find any. I'm sorry.
No,
You
yeah.
can find any breed at a rescue.
That's right.
Any
Yeah,
or
so
a
don't
shelter.
don't think that like, oh, I have to have a purebred or I have to have this, that, or there. Like, trust me, whatever you're looking for, there's one out there already
in a
need
rescue
of
or a
home.
shelter.
Yeah, in need
And-
of a home.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
take it from somebody who has four huskies at the house.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I do want to point something out really quick because we haven't talked about it yet. Jim and I
Oh, now you're going to
have
make me
these
feel
pins
bad.
on, and it's basically the sign here, which this is a logo that was designed by Zenbad for us. And if you sign up at patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music Hour, you will get one of these pins. We give them out to the first 40 people who sign up. They're founder badges. So we have them, and then our first
I have
Patreons
one. I'm just.
get them.
I forgot
Yep.
it. I
So
forgot
that's
it.
it. So please do go check us out. We appreciate the support. It is that support that helps make this show possible. Without it, it would not be.
And we thank
possible.
you. And
That's
we
right.
thank you. Absolutely.
That's absolutely right. So we were talking about country music.
I was just looking up because I'm trying to find the name of that guy because it's a guy who I know is a good songwriter. He writes kind of dark songs. I can't think.
Is
of
it
the
Chris
title.
Gaines? Sparrow says Chris
No.
Gaines is good, and I agree.
Isn't
Chris Gaines, wasn't that Garth Brooks'
It is.
alter ego?
It is.
That was just weird.
So I looked at like the top 50 country artists, and the guy I'm thinking of isn't even on the list. So
Do you remember any of his songs?
I can't think of any titles.
It goes like this. She has some Daisy
No,
Dukes and a
it's
blue
nothing
porch
like
light.
that. It's
You give country a bad name.
No.
Yes.
I don't have to
I'll
help.
try to figure out.
I don't
what it
have to
was
help
and
for that.
bring it up
now,
next
but
Well,
they
we are going
do-
to deep
they
dive
do
country
follow
one
us.
day. Oh, yes, we
Oh,
are.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, yes,
I'm
we
ready.
are.
I'm ready.
All right. All right. Because I'm just disappointed.
Well,
No,
I'll stick
but
to
the
my
regular
guns.
guys on the list are that kind of.
There are songs like what you guys are
who's that
talking
one
about.
dude that looks like Butthead?
Say what?
There's a country artist that looks like Butthead.
There
Right
is?
here?
I can't. No, that looks like
that's
an older.
Beavis.
But that's yeah. That's,
Oh, is that Beavis? I don't know. I don't know either one. I don't know either one.
Shut up.
oh my god. TV for my bottle. Oh, we're gonna totally do it. Anyway, so we're gonna do a deep dive on country at some point, I'm sure. Because Darcy's
yeah.
not gonna let that go.
No, because
And you shouldn't.
And
You
it's
shouldn't
all
let that go.
about music. So
Stick
there's
to your
all types.
guns.
It cannot
You're
just
all
be Oasis.
Oasis. I'd like to do a deep dive on them sometime.
I would love to hear you do a deep dive on Oasis.
That
would
will be a
make
conversation
that
I know
would make
nothing
my
about,
night.
and I won't pretend to.
That would make my night.
I don't know if I want to waste a deep dive on Oasis.
I'll give you an extra one, man. How about that? You can have one of mine.
It'll be
Perfect.
part 2.
Well, is your guitar in tune, Jim?
All
Are
right.
you getting
so
in tune?
I want you to do a nice country song, not a make fun of country song.
I can't promise you anything.
I know you can't.
All I can do is write what I write.
Huh?
That's right. I can't write a Patsy Cline song. I'm not Patsy Cline.
She didn't write her song.
She didn't write her songs. Oh,
Willie
well, then
Nelson
maybe I
wrote
can.
some.
All right.
Oh, I'm curious to see what you're going to put as music.
Everybody telling me I need to listen to country music too. But that's just one thing that I can't do. You see, I like two kinds of music, you know. I only listen to rock and roll. Those are the two types of music I can do. I don't want to listen to country. I just don't think it's funny. And I don't like nothing that they do. And I ain't never danced in the pale moonlight. I ain't out there drinking no Coors Light. And I don't want to slow dance with you. Now we're out here on this old dirt road. I got my pickup truck feeling just like a chode. And I don't want to do this now. But I know I'm gonna let you down. I've been trying to listen to country, but man, it's just that one thing I can't do. I won't write me a country song. If I do, I just won't get along. I'd rather yell into a tin can across the room. And I don't like that country sound. You could put me 6 feet in the ground. I won't write a country song with you.
That was a great
Hey, Jim,
song.
do that again really quick. That same chord progression. I had an idea. Yeah, just like that. All right. Barmaid, bring a pitcher, another round of brew. Honey, why don't we get drunk and screw? All right, we ripped that off. That's it.
You ripped that up by who? From who? Who?
Well, that's like
That's a Jimmy Buffett song,
Oh, I
man.
know that. Trust me, I know that.
Dude.
I liked that song that you
Jimmy
guys just
Buffett.
wrote.
Oh my gosh.
I thought, wasn't that good? Yeah. Yeah.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Sorry about that.
Oh my.
So we're going to be doing that. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for hanging with us here at the Maverick Rose Music Hour. We're going to be
at the Niche.
That's right, out at Niche Wine Lounge. We do live music out here 6 nights a week. We did have our technical difficulties this week, so we'll try to get all that stuff under control.
I think after that we were pretty good.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope
mean,
you all
you
had
know,
fun. We did.
We did.
I want to send a big shout out to Zenbad, our executive
Thank you,
producer
Zen.
out there. Yep. He makes
Thank
all
you.
this possible. Got Darcy here, Jim, myself.
Hey, we got acknowledged.
That's right. Yeah.
And Ellie,
And Ellie out there.
our daughter. Marty
there
and
she is.
I.
I had to yeah, Marty and I don't have a sound effect.
You don't have
for
a
that
Marty
one.
and I?
Yeah.
That's,
Yep.
yeah.
So go to rwrnc.com. You go to nichewinelounge.com and you go to maverickrosemusic.com. Check out all of
Pawfic
those
Match.
different places. That's right. pawficmatch.org. Check out Riley and all of their other adoptables. Thank everybody so much. Don't go anywhere if you're on the radio. We'll keep things going right now. We're going to listen to some boy bands, and I'm going to play some Smiths tonight.
What are you starting
for
out
Andy
with?
Rourke?
What are you starting out with?
So it's gonna be a surprise. You gotta hang
Ooh.
around. We'll see you on the flip side. So
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and we will
you.
catch you next week. All right.
Thank you.
Enchilada.
If you're out there.